Advocate, let's try this again because I realized that, yeah, I did my 3 uploads for the day, so YouTube isn't going to notify after the third upload. Um, so I was going to do, I had some other stuff I was going to do, but I'm just kind of like, I can do it tomorrow morning or I can do it later tonight. I can put in like my orders for groceries and stuff later tonight and get it tomorrow morning. I'm okay for today. But because this is more important, I do want to talk to. Hi, Callie. Who is Biscuit? Okay, so I did try to do an emergency stream to get this out quickly, but hi, Catitude. But I realized after the fact that, like, okay, I did my 3 uploads for the day, so after the third upload, YouTube doesn't notify anymore. So here's what's happening, everyone. This isn't something that I'm going to do on a regular basis. I'm doing this because this is an emergency. And I got a text from, well, actually, first I got a message from Abby on, I think, Tuesday about this cat. So they found this cat, and I have my notes here. Let me get my notes here. So they found, or I think Abby found the cat. I'm not sure where she found it. She did she was just sent some pictures of him and said that they had found this cat that is a stray, severely emaciated, starving. That's the big issue, which for people that may not know, cats can only survive for about a day or so without food, and then their systems start to break down. I don't know all the mechanics of it. You'd have to have someone like Kayla explain it. But I know I've been told over and over again that if your cat does not eat for, more than a day, then I'm sorry. I don't know why it's calling me during a stream. I think I'm going to go back to StreamYard. YouTube is just too chaotic. Abracadabra, Abby Skadabbity. Um, yeah, well, Abby the human, she found this cat, and he's he was starving. That's the big thing. Had injured paws, injured front paws. So, and this is basically what Kayla texted me. She said, found a stray, and his injured front paws, which I think Kayla was able to address that, at least temporarily. Um, but the big thing is the cat is going to need X-rays, multiple X-rays, full blood panel, and possibly a workup for tummy troubles and intestinal issues because the cat's starving. And it's going to be very expensive. I don't know how expensive, but it's going to be very expensive. So Kayla is going to give me more details. Kayla also has, those of you, I think most of you know that Kayla's daughter has health issues. So that's one of the reasons why, and the big reason why Kayla left the rescue is to be with her daughter because her daughter's got a lot of these health issues, and that takes a lot of her time. So this is not a I hate to ask for money. I hate doing this kind of stuff. It just goes against my grain, because I just know how many scammers are out there, um, especially ones that wear false eyelashes, and we'll leave it at that. But I just really, I hate to ask for money. I just do, because I know that there are other people that need it too, but this is kind of like we're up against a wall here with this. I am still going to put up the GoFundMe, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do that GoFundMe, because I was thinking if I could get enough money together, then Kayla could restock all her vet supplies and like her microscope and her slides and all those things that she needs, that she could do a lot of this stuff in-house But then things like full blood panels and stuff she can't do. So that would kind of offset the more costlier vet procedures that only a vet can do. Whereas a lot of this stuff she can do, and other rescues do stuff like that in house too. I mean, that's not, I want to make that very clear. It's not that, because I don't want anyone to think that she's practicing veterinary medicine without a license. That's not that all what she's doing. What she does is she does procedures that can be done outside of a vet. Like, you can give injections outside of a vet. You can draw blood outside of a vet. You can do a fecal sample. You can um, put a microchip in a cat outside of a vet. You don't need a vet. A vet's, that's not something that only a vet can do. Those are the kind of things I'm talking about. I'm not talking about her doing surgery and stuff like that. That's not what she's doing at all. It's just things that she can do that would cost maybe $50 at a vet's office, that if we get the supplies, it would cost half of that to do it in-house. So the issue with Biscuit right now is he's going to need all this costly vet care. And I did ask Abby, or I'm sorry, I did ask Kayla to put together maybe a couple of short videos that I can upload, explaining exactly what's going on and showing the cat, because I have pictures. I mean, you saw the picture of him, but I don't have any video of him at this point. Um, like I said, he does have, his front paws are injured. He's having digestive issues. He was seemed to be, they figure that he was, hey, Granny? No, we're not going to play that today. Sorry. Yeah, we're not doing that today. Oh, that's bullshit. You don't come into, don't come in when I'm trying to be serious and start bullshit. Um, that's why I hate these live, these YouTube default streaming things, because all the wackos come in. So anyway, we have, now I lost my train of thought because of that idiot. We have, so let me just start again. So Biscuit has the injured paws. He is starving. They think he was they know he was surviving on grasshoppers and grass, because he was throwing up the exoskeletons from the grasshoppers and bits of grass. That's not uncommon with cats that are sickly or are starving. To, they'll do whatever they need to do to survive. So if that means they need to eat pine needles, they'll eat pine needles. I actually read a case where there were kittens that they were raising money to get surgery done on kittens that had impactions because they were eating pine needles. So that's kind of what's going on with Biscuit. That's really all that I know at this point. There is a PayPal, and I don't know, the PayPal address that Kayla gave me looks like an email address, so I'm trying to clarify that with her. But I do have a Venmo from Abby with like a SKU that you can, a code that you can click on with your camera, or with your camera on your phone, and then it'll take you to the link. It'll take you to the link to donate, so you can do that. So I guess that's pretty much all I have about Biscuit right now. But I just wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk a little bit about what's happening, that the community knows. So the community knows what's going on. Like I said, it's not something that we're not, it's not something that I really like to do. But we really don't have much of an other option right now than to ask the community for any help. And I think you probably can, I'm guessing that you could donate something as small as $1. That's fine too. I mean, any amount helps. I can assure you that we can definitely get receipts for the vet visits. We can document all of that so that you know the money's going where you think it's going. I don't want to they have people think that they're being misled, especially after what happened with the former manager and that GoFundMe catastrophe, um, which I still feel bad about that and responsible for that, even though I couldn't control what she did, but because I am the channel owner and I trusted her and I thought it was okay for other people to trust her, and then found out that yeah, she's not she's not trustworthy, um, and has proven that many times over at this point. So yeah, so that's kind of all that I have. I guess it's just another really little short live, but if you have any questions, let me know. I can forward it to Kayla or Abby. Um, I know Abby also has River right now, the little kitten that she found, and River has calicivirus, so River is a medical case too. So she has a couple of medical cases right now. She has quite a few special needs cats. She also has another cat that has polyps that need to be removed, and so that surgery is being scheduled. So she's trying to address the needs of her personal cats, but then also help cats that she finds. So it's kind of unfortunate that we don't have more support from the rescue community here. We do have some rescues that are helpful, but a lot of them are not either. And of course, the SPCA is pretty much useless at this point, except for, I mean, you maybe can get them into the SN. Well, see, the thing is that with the SNR program, they have to be feral cats. They can't be cats that are friendly strays. They won't take those. They'll only take cats that are like Lucy, that will fight, the cats that, or Scar, cats that are not, they're not deemed adoptable. So that's why that program isn't an option for this one, because this guy's really friendly and snuggly and obviously had been owned. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, if you find a cat in as bad a shape as this cat, probably they were an owned cat, because the owned cats do not do well outside. They just don't. They get beat up just like Cricket. They get beat up by the other cats. They don't know how, I mean, they're used to, you think about it, they're used to being fed. They're used to having a litter box, a place to sleep. They're not having to deal with the harsh conditions of the street. So those cats that are outside that have been dumped or lost or whatever, that's usually a big clue. If you see a cat that's really very sickly and in bad shape, probably they were owned. Not all the times, but that's a good indication that they had been owned, and they're just not doing well out on the street because they don't know how to handle street life. Whereas you see a cat like Abracadabra, she was born outside, raised outside. Yes, I gave her socialization. Yes, she does come in and out, but you see her body condition, and Mushu's another. When you look at any of my colony cats, they are generally in really good condition. Scar wasn't, but Scar also had a dental infection. When they get a dental infection, when they get an infection or something like that, that's a little different. because they can't really control that. But a healthy outdoor cat, or as healthy as they can be, they usually have a pretty good body condition, and they are usually well groomed and everything because they are grown up outside and they know how to handle themselves. Um, Whereas one like Cricket or Biscuit that have been put out in the street or got lost, they're going to rapidly decline because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to deal with and the colony cats are not going to accept them. They're going to run them off. So it's really hard for the strays that are previously owned. So that's why we can't utilize the SBCA SNR program, because he's obviously been owned and he's friendly, and they wouldn't take him. So we're going to have to try to come up with a way to help this cat. I mean, I wish I had. This is when it would be great to have a wealthy benefactor. Someone that wanted to help the cats as much as we do, but I don't know that, such a person exists. And if they do exist, quite honestly, and I know this is going to sound really pessimistic, but 9 times out of 10, they're over with on a channel with some grifter throwing money at a piece of shit that really doesn't deserve it. And those of us that are trying really hard to actually make a difference and actually help cats and aren't doing it because we want clicks, we want views, we want likes, we want the channel to grow, we want the recognition, we want people to, idolize us and put us on pedestals. We're the ones that generally struggle to get funding because we're not, because our minds aren't going in that direction. We're not worried about, oh, should I put on my fake eyelashes today? Should I show some cleavage? That's the last thing on our minds. We're just worried about the cats and trying to help the cats and trying to help the people that are helping the cats. And it's hard. It takes a toll. I mean, I know Kayla's not feeling so good today. She's been under a lot of stress with her daughter, and she has her own health issues, and it's kind of all caught up with her today. So, she's trying to help Abby, and Abby's trying to help the cat, and we're all trying to help each other, and that's why we're all on this channel together. That's why there's four, that's why there's 4 crazy cat ladies here banding together trying to make a difference. On a shoestring budget and a wing and a prayer, basically. We don't have a big shelter backing us. We don't have somebody with deep pockets throwing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at us, providing everything that we need, setting us up. We don't have any of that. All we have is each other and a desire to make things better. And I was at a training. Well, actually, it was the first part of the training. The second part was today, and I completely missed it because I completely forgot about it and didn't write it in my calendar and was so dumb. But the presenter from that particular training, she said something that I really liked, and she said, if you believe it, you can achieve it. So that's kind of what we're at here. We're just believing that we can help these cats, and hopefully, if we believe it strongly enough, we can achieve it. So that's where we're at right now. And I guess that's really all that I have. I don't know if anybody has any questions. I don't know if I can answer. Maybe I can pass them on to Kayla, and she can answer anything that you have, any questions, concerns. I don't know. I will put up a community tab post as soon as I'm off of this stream, and at least I can put up the Venmo information because I don't know about the PayPal, but I can at least put the Venmo up for the time being, and I can always get the PayPal later. I can actually put the PayPal information in the description for the channel too, for her. And I did ask Kayla a while back to put together an Amazon wish list. So I think she's working on that. So hopefully we'll have that at some point too. So, anything that they need will be on there. So I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else. I just wanted to sit down with everybody and talk to you guys and let you know what's going on, and explain that this needs to happen as soon as possible. So that's pretty much all I have. So I thank everyone for showing up. Too bad this happened now and not earlier in the day before I put up those 3 videos. So, but at least some of you got to see it, and more of you will see it when it gets uploaded. So I'm going to go and get this up on the community tab post, and I will talk to everyone later. Maybe I'll do another late night stream depending how I feel. If Fury wants to go outside, or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Fury needs to calm down. We're not doing, I told him today, I said, look, you can't, Mama can't be going out at 8 o'clock, and then you come in and and then you run in when you're scared, and then you want to go back out, and then you want to come in and you want to go back out. Mama's not doing that because it's too much. I need to get my sleep, and I have a schedule that I have to follow too, so he's gonna have to buckle down and get used to being outside at 8 o'clock and learn to live with a little bit of disruption in his life if he wants to stay outside. I know what scared him. It was there was a guy pulling a shopping cart. That scared him the first time. And then the second time he didn't like Theon. Theon was like in and out of my legs, and crawling, rubbing around my legs, and Fury was hissing at him, and he didn't like Theon being close to him, so he ran away. But yeah, and that was the other thing too. Theon went missing, so I don't know where he was, and I was worried about him last night, so I kept an eye out for him, and then finally at 3 o'clock he shows up. And I love how cats just do this. And cats are like, what? I was okay. Well, why? Why are you so worried? I'm fine. What the hell? Chill out. It's cool. Everything's cool. I was just taking a walk for a day and a half. And I'm like, yeah, well, in that day and a half, you could have been laying beside the road somewhere, either, unalived or severely injured, and I wouldn't know. Or someone could have done something to you, or someone could have trapped you again, and this time maybe not taking you to TNR, maybe done something horrible to you, or fed you something with poison in, or you got attacked by a dog. I mean, there's all kinds of crap that goes on out there with these cats that, and I worry about Lawless too, being down in the alley. I kind of think from where she comes out, it looks like she might be underneath somebody's porch. And I think that they do put a little food out for her here and there, because I have seen paper plates out. So I'm hoping that the people are okay with her. I'm trying to convince her to come back to the balcony, or at the very least to get back into one of the cat boxes down by Mrs. Sanford's place. At least she came back in the courtyard last night to drink water. So maybe I'll put a little food out there too, to get her to come back into the courtyard. Because she's an older cat. She's getting up there. And I don't know. This winter I might have to force the issue and just bring her in and try to you know, get her to learn to live inside, or at least partly inside, because it's going to be, she's just getting old. I mean, you can even see the way she walks, and I don't want anything to happen. I mean, I just lost Lucy. I don't want to lose her too. So, okay, everyone. Well, I'm going to end it there, and maybe I'll do another stream tonight. I'm not sure. Um, we'll see what's happening, but I'm definitely going to be putting that information up on the community tab post now. So look for that, and just do what you can. I mean, you know, no hard feelings. We all know that the economy sucks. We all know people are struggling. We all know that. But anything that you can do is great, even if it's just sharing it out, or, telling people that hey, if you want to help a cat in need, here's a way you can do it. Anything like that's fine. That doesn't cost anything, and if you're comfortable doing that, that would be cool too. So, all right, everyone. Well, thanks for stopping by and listening, and I will see you on the next one. So goodbye for meow.